Have you ever felt frustrated or lost that you're putting all this effort into YouTube, but you're not making the money you deserve? There's not a clear monetization path forward. My name's Chris. I'm here to help you get this sorted. I'm a WordPress LMS software entrepreneur. LMS stands for Learning Management System. I'm a coach to WordPress professionals. I'm a course creator. I'm a YouTuber, and I'm a homeschooling, work from home dad coming to you from my little YouTube studio cabin in my backyard at my little farm up in Maine. So I was reflecting on one of my customers at LifterLMS who found great success with YouTube and also with monetizing on her WordPress website. Her name is Angela Brown. She has a strong YouTube channel. Last I checked, she had 132,000 subscribers, and she successfully monetizes that subscriber base from her membership site, which is powered by Lifter LMS. So she figured out how to do both successfully. And there's a lot you can learn from successful Lifter LMS case studies like Angela. And what she does is she teaches basically house cleaners how to start their businesses and grow their business and become more successful and scale their house cleaning companies. So very tight niche. She's got the YouTube channel rocking, and then she created a membership site that's a continual work in progress. She keeps improving it, adding to it and stuff, and that's all powered by Lifter LMS. But perhaps you're struggling with one of these YouTube monetization challenges. You're jaded by the sheer volume of content that you make with so little money. This is really frustrating to a lot of YouTubers who get like really passionate about a topic, whatever that is, but there's no real clear path to monetization. And the software and tools that are out there are very limited. And that can be frustrated. Like if you look at something like Patreon, which is popular for YouTubers to monetize with, but it has very limited features that it actually provides. I mean, the promise is good. Like you need patrons to help support all the effort you put in YouTube. It's got a good story, but the feature set is extremely limited. And then the last challenge is perhaps you're angry from trying to use one of these tools like Patreon, and they end up taking a huge chunk of the money generated from your patrons. And as you start making more money, they take more and more money. And that can be really frustrating in tandem with the limited options. But here's my promise to you today. I'm going to help you see a different way to monetize YouTube and build an income generating cash flow stream on your website that you own and control. That's the big opportunity number one, is I'm going to help you build an asset that you own and control, not on somebody else's website. And then the second thing is I'm going to show you how to think about it where you can have unlimited monetization flexibility. And what I mean by that is you can offer a number of things like courses and coaching and private community and do all this other kinds of premium content and resources. And you can do all this from your own WordPress website that you own and control. And here's the big thing. Let me take some stress off of you. You don't have to do it all at once. You can just start simply with doing some group coaching and selling access to that through your WordPress LMS website powered by Lifter LMS. The third opportunity for you today is platform ownership. It's really important to own the business assets that you create as much as you can. And to own it and have it be self-hosted so that you don't end up having to play to the rules of some software company like Patreon. Perhaps you're looking for a Patreon alternative because you saw how it doesn't really scale. The same is true of a tool like Substack for newsletters. You don't really need to give up so much of your revenue to these software companies. You just need a WordPress LMS website that can deliver the functionality for you. So there's really 5 key principles to YouTube monetization that we're going to go over today. The first is to get comfortable creating your own asset on a website that you own and control with the content creation skill that you already have. This is the amazing thing about you, somebody who is already confident and able and technically proficient at creating videos. You've got the skill set to create digital products like online courses, and you can do that from your own WordPress website. And I can't stress it enough how important it is to own the asset. I mean, you could even sell this one day, and you want to have that website so that you can transfer the ownership to somebody else and not be all locked up inside, somebody else's website, like a Patreon, a Teachable, a Substack, and things of that nature. So principle number 2 is to begin at once. That means right now. So a lot of things that happen to people building online businesses and when you monetize your YouTube channel is they think they have to get everything perfect and build this grand vision of a premium video course academy, digital course academy in the sky, perfect before they can actually launch. I would say to begin at once, which just means at the end of your next video, send them over to your WordPress site and ask them to purchase the premium membership. That's something you can set up with LifterLMS literally in less than 5 minutes on your website. And if you already have a WordPress website, you could have this done, within the next 20 minutes if you wanted to. So begin at once. Start selling that premium membership. And it doesn't always have to be. Courses are great. I love courses. I'm a huge course guy. But just selling access to like a private live stream that you feed through your private YouTube live into your WordPress LMS website can be super powerful. Or jump on a Zoom or whatever you want to do to actually deliver that AMA. Ask me anything, office hours. You don't even have to prepare for it. People just show up and they bring questions. The third principle is to structure content into courses. You can create some content or even take content you already have on your YouTube channel and structure it into a simple online course. Now there's this concept of a mini course, which is approximately around the $200 price point. This is a course, it's valuable, it's great to have a $200 product. It's not so expensive that it's, this big decision of whether or not somebody can buy it. And also the expectations of what you get for $200. It's not like you're delivering your life's greatest work that encompasses everything in a mini course. So begin thinking about creating a course, and it could even be with content you already have that you're curating into a collection, perhaps around the $200 price point. And that's super easy to do with a tool like LifterLMS. You just click a button, start popping the lessons in, build the outline, put a price on it, and you're good to go. Principle number 4 is to do a private coaching upsell. Now you can do this right out of the gate. Private coaching is one of those things that you don't need to have a lot of stuff built in advance. You just need to be good at what you do and have the coaching skill set to be able to help other people achieve whatever result in the niche that you operate. Or you can have it as an upsell where you got free content on YouTube. Maybe you have a $200 course, and then you have an upsell for private coaching. LifterLMS has an add-on for that called Private Areas, which makes it super easy to create private content for your private coaching clients and have that all connected up in the learning management system. But do a private coaching upsell, especially if you've been at YouTube for a while, you've already got the skills, and there is a small percentage of your people that are not price sensitive perhaps and or also would prefer to pay more to have you one-on-one, not in a group context. So check out private coaching as an option. And the fifth thing is to have a clear call to action. Insert a call to action at the end of your videos and in the YouTube description below your videos. You can even go back and put this on your previous YouTube videos that people are still watching all the time in the description to get people over to the LMS website where they can join your membership or buy your course You got to get in the habit of having that call to action at the end of your YouTube content, more than just like hit subscribe and the notification bell and all that stuff. You also want to monetize and put your premium call to action in there. So just to give you a little story about my experience with YouTube, I learned how to build WordPress sites on YouTube back in 2008. In 2010, I made my first series of YouTube videos about how to build a WordPress website in a weekend. Later, I packaged that up into an online course for free and put it on a course platform called Udemy. Over time, like there were tens of thousands of people who had seen this YouTube playlist course, but also the same videos on Udemy. And then I started doing some premium courses on Udemy. And that's when, a little bit after that, Udemy started putting a maximum price that you were allowed to sell at. So a lot of people got really upset and left because the platform was, listing the terms of what people could charge for their courses, which was a big wake up call for people on how it's important to own the platform. And then they also started to do a bunch of things where they would bundle your course inside of these bulk course bundle promotions, and you would make very little money. There are heavy discounts off the course sales. So that's really when I learned the lesson that, if you're going to build this online learning product, it's better to do it on your website where you get to set the rules. It's your money to do with as you please, and there's not some other company's hand in your pocket trying to get into your cash flow. So that's my kind of story around YouTube and figuring out courses and why it's really important to own it. And ultimately, I started a WordPress agency. We specialized in LMS websites, and then we decided to build LifterLMS in 2014. So that's kind of the full story. Here we are, almost 7 years into the LifterLMS story, but YouTube has a big place in my heart. It's a favorite place that I recommend every course creator expert go to, build influence, practice making videos, to build community and engage with a great audience over on YouTube. So there's also a myth that WordPress is hard and that it's for developers and you have to be a coder to be able to build a WordPress website with it. And that's simply not true. WordPress is for really anyone to build a website. Yes, there's a learning curve. We've actually got some free courses that teach you the basics of WordPress, that teach you the basics of LifterLMS. We'll put a link to those down below this video, but go check those out. But it's not hard. You just have to learn how to drive the tool. And then when you put LifterLMS on top of WordPress, you have that membership site, the payment processing tool that you need for that to sell courses or do recurring revenue memberships. It's meant for regular folks to use. You don't have to be a web developer to use it. And then another pro tip for you is if you're like, I'd just rather outsource and have somebody else set up the website for me and even put all my content, structure it into courses and set up the e-commerce and everything, you can do that. We've actually got a list of LifterLMS experts. We'll put a link to them down below, who are people that have experience with Lifter and WordPress and everything and can help you get it done for you. So if you want a short list of professionals that could help you monetize your YouTube channel through your WordPress LMS website, we've got a link of people that can, down below, of people that can help you do just that. So after this video, there's going to be a link to another video where you can build. It shows you like step by step how to actually build an online course. So we'll go in a little more detail with that if you want to see what it looks like to actually create a course and put the YouTube video links in there to like turn it into a digital product. We've already got a video about that, so that'll be coming up next. And I've got an exclusive resource I want to share with you as well. So down below is the WordPress LMS Buyer's Guide, which helps people choose the best technology stack based on what they're trying to do to create an online learning platform. Many thousands of people have used this guide to help with all the overwhelm of Like there's all these tools. I know you're here because you're looking for a Patreon alternative or a Substack alternative or a Teachable alternative, and you really want to own the platform. The WordPress LMS Buyer's Guide, linked up down below, can help you kind of sort through and ask the right questions so that you can pick the best tech stack for your project. So I want to encourage you to smash that like button. Go ahead and click subscribe so you don't miss another video just like this. If you know another YouTuber who is thinking about coming up with a better or even their first monetization strategy, go ahead and share this video with them. And I want to encourage you, because you're watching this video, I know you're a learner, so keep learning, keep taking action, because you have the power to lift up others through education. There's a course inside all of us, and I'll see you in the next video.